Today we are going to be here at Disney Springs, at the marketplace of Disney Springs. This place has seen some major changes over the course of time that it's been here on Disney property. So today we're going to travel around, taking a few photographs I've found online, and we're going to compare what things look like in the year 2020 compared to when they were taken. Now, none of these photos are taken from a specific time point. They're all ranging from right when this place opened all the way up to the mid-90s. But nonetheless, it's going to be fun. I can't wait to dive into some history of the Disney marketplace. Hi everybody, and welcome to the World of Micah. Tonight we're going to be here at Disney Springs, where I have found a couple of photos that I want to walk around and show you guys what this place looked like back in the day. Now, like I said, none of these photos are from a specific time. They range from the 1970s all the way up to the 1990s area, but nonetheless, it's going to be fun, and you guys are going to get to tag along. And before we get started, go ahead and click that subscribe button. It's free. It'll keep you updated with my latest video. If you would like to support my channel, please visit my Patreon page at patreon.com/worldofmicah. We're donating $1 a month can fund episodes just like this. Now, let's take a closer look. Right about here was where this photograph was taken. The stage was not here, and the walkway was tiered, kind of like how it is in the current day. But in the photograph, you can see straight ahead, there's a large tower that was Captain's Tower. It was on top of the building we know now as the pin trading building here at the marketplace. We're going to visit that later on because a special character from Star Wars made his first appearance there. But this is what it looks like in the current day of 2020. The water's still there. The boats are no longer there. You can no longer rent boats across the way. That is now a margarita dock. But back in the day, I believe you could rent out some boats and ride them around in the marketplace. Straight ahead was known as Captain's Tower. As you can see in the photograph, it used to have a huge tower that went along the top of the middle. They have removed that, but the building pretty much looks the same. They have enclosed it in certain areas. But back in the 70s, shortly after Star Wars, what we know now as A New Hope, was released, Darth Vader did an appearance here where he was signing posters. This was one of the first appearances of any Star Wars character in a Disney park. Not a lot of people know Darth Vader made an appearance inside this building. And we're going to go inside, and I'm going to try and find the area where he was. The best I can match it up would be somewhere around in here. You can see Vader, and they had a desk for him to sign the posters, and you can see the poster in front of that desk. Seems like there was some sort of air conditioning vent that was above his head. And there were photographs along the edge here of the walls. But the woodwork and everything in here still sort of matches up. But this is where the first Star Wars character event ever happened on Walt Disney World property. Right here inside the pin trading building. Sort of crazy to think about with Galaxy's Edge and Star Tours, and I mean, Star Wars is pretty much taken over, but they had a small little event right here inside this building back in the 70s. So the next time you come inside pin trading here at Disney Springs, think about good old Darth Vader. Also, this building was used on one of the park maps that I used to find some of these places. You can see on the park map here, Walt Disney World Village at Lake Buena Vista. You can really see the tower on top of that building in this park map. All right, moving on to the next spot. Back in the day, they had topiaries like this in several different locations. I'm going to show you guys one of those locations in just a little while. Check that out. It says Team Mickey. Well, Team Mickey no longer exists, but I'm going to show you guys one of the original locations for Team Mickey. And right here was where this photograph was taken. The Mickey topiary would be to the right, Those two big windows up top are right behind the Days of Christmas, and then they have changed the windows on either side of the entrance to that building. But this was Team Mickey Athletic Club. Kind of crazy if you think about it, how much has changed. But the building pretty much looks the same if you look past all the Christmas stuff. And then here it is in the year 2020 yet again. So you guys can compare and contrast how much really has changed on this building. So right here would have been that Topiary Mickey. Remember I was talking about Topiary Mickeys earlier. They had one right here. And they have added that overhang right here. But that brickwork, as you can see in the photograph, still looks the same. Right here is the window right behind the topiary, but look at this, the way it has almost a arrow-like design. Now look in the photograph, you can see the woodwork is the same. They've just repainted it. Another reason why I knew this was the spot, look at the window here, and then look at the window in this photograph. Still the same. This Days of Christmas was not here back in the day, however. But you can basically see how that still matches up to the photograph. Now this photograph was taken in this area. Straight ahead you can see that was where the Pottery Chalet used to sit. No longer exists. Now it is a part of the Lego, World of Disney, Starbucks area. It was in that general area next to the stage. Whole lot has changed. You can see someone riding in a boat, some people shopping, looking at all the different kind of pottery they have. And this is what it looks like now in the year 2020. What's kind of crazy is if you go over to that area, like I showed you earlier, the stage, the seating area next to the stage kind of hasn't changed. It still has different tiers that go down. Right here more or less is where this photograph was taken. Straight ahead is Aristocrats. The shell of the building still looks the same, but back in the day this was Captain Jack's Oyster Bar. Had nothing to do with Captain Jack Sparrow. He was not a character or a thought back in these days. You can see to the right of that, the tower that was on top of the pin trading building that I showed you earlier. That's how I know this was the spot. See the tower that was on top of the pin trading, and you can see the building that was Captain Jack's Oyster Bar. It's been redone. This area has been completely redone, but it still lines up. This is what it looks like current day, 2020. And right around in this area is where this photograph was taken of Pluto's Tacos to Go. Who would have thought that Pluto liked tacos? Pluto's one of my favorite characters, and I love tacos, so that makes total sense. That's why I like Pluto. He likes tacos. You can see the hotel straight in the distance. That's why I knew this was the spot. It lines up pretty well, and the water can be seen. So I'm guessing the building here to the right, as you can see in current day, is where Pluto's taco stand once stood. It makes sense because it's a full to-go area, quick service if you will, walk-up window. So it makes total sense that this is where this was. If I'm wrong, please comment and let me know, but I'm pretty sure this is the spot where Pluto's Tacos to Go once stood. And it makes total sense because, like I said, it's a Joffrey's. A full kitchen is inside. So they could have made tacos inside that place. Straight ahead used to be the Empress Lily. It was on the port of Lake Buena Vista, and this was a all-you-can-eat character breakfast. I actually have a pin from when this was the character breakfast. You can meet Mickey and Minnie and the gang right there. It's kind of crazy to think you could actually meet Disney characters that were not inside a theme park where you didn't have to pay admission. You got to think, you didn't have to pay admission back in the day to get here. So you could just make a reservation and meet Mickey and the gang without stepping foot inside one of the parks on property. But this is what it looks like current day, and I have one more photo to show you of the Empress Lily from a different point of view. Right here, more or less, is where this photograph was taken. You can see they've made some changes. Nowadays, this is known as paddlefish, but this was the Empress Lily back in the day. Abby and her parents, my in-laws, actually got to eat inside the Empress Lily. Somewhere in my collection I have a button, like I was saying, from this restaurant. If I find it, I'll take a picture of it and put it on my Instagram. So you guys will have to check out my Instagram to see that photo of that button. Could you imagine going inside paddlefish nowadays and meeting Mickey and the gang? Be kind of crazy. All right, you guys, I think that's it. I think our adventure for today has come to an end, which means it's time to say goodbye. But if you enjoyed today's adventure, please give me a big thumbs up. Shout out to everyone who originally took these photos. I found them straight from Google. If you guys have any more photographs that you took here at the marketplace, send them my way. You can send them to me directly through my email, which is in the description box below, or private message me on Instagram. Huge fan of the Disney Marketplace, and I love the history of this place. I love coming out here and finding what used to be here, what it used to look like. So if you have more photographs, please send them my way. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's adventure here. I look forward to more adventures like this, especially when the parks reopen. But I will see you guys tomorrow on a brand new episode of World of Micah. Until then, stay weird, friends. Goodbye.